Hi, welcome to Is It a Film, a podcast that critiques and memes film and asks one very important question. Is it a film? As per usual with these, we're going to talk about spoilers. Today is a special case, though, because we are going to be potentially spoiling 2 other movies. So...
Watch out.
Watch out!
Yeah. Spoilers for it if you haven't seen it or read it or heard it or smelled it.
Spoilers for the original It. Spoilers for the book It. Spoilers for It Chapter 1, and spoilers for It Chapter 2.
Okay.
A lot of spoilers this week. I'm your host, Jonathan, a.k.a. Aha! And I'm joined by my ever-attentive co-host, my best friend, my pal, my amigo, my drug, Vincent.
Okay. AKA Tim Curry smoking is my spirit animal.
It is. It's everyone's
It's beautiful.
spirit animal.
Look at it for your visual listeners.
Your head's in the fucking way. There we go.
It's great. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's my spirit animal. This week, this episode 14 of Isn't a Film, an episode we like to call We All Vape Down Here. No, I'm sorry. We All Vape Down Here, Georgie.
We all vape.
Today we're going over the 1990 American horror miniseries, It. We're gonna
The hardest movie to Google.
The hardest movie. Why is it the hardest movie? Oh, because there's just it. Yeah. We're going to be going over the basic ass intro, telling you why it's important. We're going to go over the Wikipedia plot summary. We're going to go over some Google and IMDb reviews.
Get some Google reviews?
We got some Google reviews because it's a popular movies. And we're going to give you guys a terrible ass segment. This may be the worst segment ever. So watch out. Keeping in mind the fact that if you want to follow Is It a Film, you can do so on social media at Is It a Film. And if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so at patreon.com/Patreon. Patreon.com/The Anthony and Todd Show. $20 will review a movie of your choosing. And yeah, moving past that, basic ass intro for It. What's the clickbait? Actually, no. I think I want to introduce a new segment to this. Seven words to describe It. 7-sentence summary. Or 7-word summary. I have a really good one, but I'm waiting for yours. Hurry up.
That's only 6. Okay, hang on.
7 words are under. Hurry up. We don't have all day, Joe.
Creepy clown kills kids, there's no orgy.
That's true. We'll get into why that's true later. My version is giant monster eats kids. Aha! 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 That one's not wrong.
That's not wrong. Neither of ours are wrong.
What's the clickbait title for It? Why should people care? Draw people in. I think it's It is not shit.
We'll get them monetized. So fucking. We're not even monetized. Why do we give a shit?
I think another one is It is good. But we don't capitalize it.
We just say it is good.
It is good.
Do it. That's our clickbait title.
It is a 1990 American horror miniseries that aired on ABC. It's based on Stephen King's 1986 novel, It.
Presented by Faith No More.
God damn it. It's directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, who, if you are like, who the fuck's Tommy Lee Wallace, I'll explain to you. He directed some of the episodes of Twilight Zone. He directed Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Which gets, I think, more hate than it deserves.
Is that the one where they did,
That's the one about Mike Myers.
Oh.
Like, everybody's like, where's Mike Myers? Where's Mike Myers? And if you're fucking like, where's Mike Myers? It's bad if it doesn't have Mike Myers. Need to remind you, literally every Halloween sequel is bad and has Mike Myers. So, clearly Mike Myers does not make a quality Halloween film.
Was the new one bad?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Honestly, that series has failed me so many times. I've given up on it.
Okay, I didn't hear any news.
But
about the new one.
Halloween 3 is like, it's weird and it's kind of dumb, but it's goofy and fun.
Yeah. Also, he directed Fright Night Part 2, which I'm assuming the Fright Night Part 1 was so scary they had to extend it into a second part.
That's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is it was a bad movie that made money, so they made a sequel.
It stars Tim Curry, who
Our Lord and Savior.
Offset smokes. That's all you need to know. He's mostly known for doing Rocky Horror Picture Show and also
This movie.
Yeah. Those are the two things.
He also played in a video game, a communist who has one of the greatest lines known to man.
Command and Conquer.
Yeah,
Red
he was
Alert.
like, I'm going to go to the one place untouched by capitalism. Spies!
And he was also in Home Alone Part 2.
Yeah. Every movie he is in, he is the best part of.
Yeah. Communism is my favorite movie. Why is this important, Jonathan?
I mean, it was remade
It was remade
into one of the most successful horror films ever made.
Yeah.
Which
The fact that it's not even a film, it's a miniseries.
Yeah, it's a miniseries that's gained such a cultural placement as it has is kind of impressive. Like, there's not very many other miniseries that have grabbed a hold of this specific cultural relevance to this extent.
Yeah.
So it's just, and most people don't even think of it as a miniseries anymore. They just think of it as a movie.
Because it is. It was pretty much just made as a movie.
Yeah,
we watched it as a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So yeah. Now it's time to get into the most important segment. You're probably like, what's the plot? You guys did the 7-word plot summary. What's the plot? Well, I'll tell you. There's an easier way to go over the plot. It's called the Wikipedia plot summary. Wikipedia, important resource to man, sometimes dolphins, and it's actually the most important resource to man, sometimes dolphins. And it's an internet encyclopedia in which you can look up whatever you want and find out some knowledge on it. We're going to be finding out some knowledge on the plot summary to this film, It 1990. We're going to be going over the
is it? What is it? I will be making nothing but Faith No More references
Can
for
you
the
stop?
rest of this review.
I think you should just stop. So the weird thing about this summary is that it's not in chronological. Okay, it's in chronological order of
but
how,
not movie order.
not movie order. So
The movie jumps around a lot.
but this doesn't. So we're just gonna read it as is,
Yeah.
as it.
As it.
Let's go with it. Yeah. So.
One might say that's pretty epic. By Faith No More.
Oh, God damn it. Why?
Because I don't know.
I was talking about why the guy is revving his motorcycle right out to my window. But
Because he's an asshole.
yeah, he does that every day. He doesn't have a quiet vehicle. He has a large and loud ass motorcycle that he revs
Can
up.
motorcycles get large?
You put on a second set of wheels.
Pretty sure it's called a car.
Yeah. And then you go put on 8 more sets of wheels.
That's called a semi truck.
yeah. So, you ready to go over this Wikipedia plot summary?
Yeah, let's get to it.
1960, during a heavy rainstorm in Derry, Michigan's not, or Derry, Maine's not spelled out Dairy. That's what I thought it was. I'm sad it wasn't, because I thought they had a lot of cows.
Did you see literally any cows in this movie?
Tim Curry didn't look in the best shape, so yes.
Be nice to our Lord and Savior.
He's chain smoking on the set. Need I remind you, Jonathan, he was chain smoking.
He looks beautiful.
He looks clinically depressed. During heavy rainstorm in Derry, Michigan, I keep on saying Michigan.
It's Maine.
Derry, Maine, Georgie.
Every Stephen King novel is set in Maine, pretty much. Just remember that most of his work is set in Maine. He has a mysterious, spooky hard-on for Maine.
Isn't he from Maine? Is that
Probably.
why?
I don't know. I'm from Ohio. Do you think I want to set shit in Ohio when I make stuff? Nope.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it here.
Because it's terrible and it's easy to write about the bad things, and it is better to write about the good things. It's hard to write about the good things.
That's true.
Yep. During a heavy rainstorm in Derry, Maine, Georgie Denhambro plays in the streets with a paper sailboat made by his stuttering older brother Bill.
It has the most inconsistent stutter of.
Because it's not a real stutter.
Yeah, it's obviously fake, but
no, not like his stutter is real. Like the actor's stutter is real. It's more like a psychological thing where it's not even like.
Yeah, but even when he was a kid, it comes and goes pretty irregularly. He'll be having trouble like saying anything, then like he'll be going on his fucking long ass monologue like perfectly fine.
I think it's more of just like when he gets kind of nervous in a certain scent that he maybe
But
used.
it's also just when he's just lying in bed.
He was sick, so maybe he was worried about he caught the plague and he was dying on his deathbed.
Georgie, I got the bubonic plague.
We all
Play with my sailboat, Georgie. Sail away from here.
It goes down a storm drain where Georgie encounters Pennywise the Dancing Cloud, played by Tim Curry.
It doesn't dance in this one.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't do the weird Fortnite dance, and I'm very disappointed.
I'm not.
I'm very disappointed that's not the origin of this. That's not the origin of all these Fortnite dances. It's just Tim Curry
Dancing.
zonked out of his mind.
Just dancing.
But okay, how would you describe Tim Curry's performance in this? I think you described it perfectly off screen like a couple days ago.
Did I?
Yeah, it's like it was not what not what the film needed to be, but what Tim Curry was able to be.
Yeah, like I feel like this film was just Tim Curry not giving a fuck about his direction at all and just having fun. And like you can see just how much fun he fucking has as his character.
He's the only actor that looks like he's actually like
enjoying himself.
Yeah, which it makes sense because he's a huge villain and he's able to have like fun, and all the people are supposed to be tormented. But
yeah, but like every other actor in this has like some of the most stilted deliveries and just the awkward TV miniseries-esque directing. And then you got fucking Tim Curry just fucking having a blast. I think every time a director gave him notes, he's like, fuck you. I'm Tim fucking Curry. I do whatever I want.
Pennywise entices Georgie to reach in to retrieve his boat, only for him to tear off his arm and leave him to bleed to death.
We've all been there.
So here's what I don't understand about this. We're gonna get like the remake of this. It just eats kids.
Yeah.
This one, like, he eats kids, but he leaves remains. That's just wasteful.
Yes.
But like, I'm also
like, given that he also wants to marinate the town in fear, maybe that's like part of his plan is to like.
You're thinking too logically about this.
I mean, yeah,
he's just wasteful.
Maybe he does. His eyes are bigger than his stomach. He's like, I could eat that whole kid, and then he like gets to like he's got the arms like, oh man, I'm fucking full. I'll just go away. Just kind of chucks it.
Later that June, Bill and his asthmatic. I thought it said his asthmatic, but no, it's just asthmatic. It'd be weird. His asthmatic Eddie. This is my Eddie.
This is my Ed.
An asthmatic
This is
Eddie.
my Ed, and this is my Eddie.
Yeah. And an asthmatic Eddie befriend the cute, chubby new kid Ben. They are later joined.
That's such a weird way of putting this in the Wikipedia summary. Like chubby, yes, because that like plays into the character. It's like, but he's also cute. It's like it's a fucking child. You were hoping for the orgy scene, weren't you?
Okay, we have to explain the orgy thing.
So in the novel, it by Stephen King, because Stephen King spent most of his life high on cocaine and is a terrible person with bad ideas, wrote in a child orgy scene where all of the boys run a train.
And the one girl.
All the boys run a train on the only girl of the group.
Yeah.
In order to come together as a group, see what I did there, and find their way. I didn't initially mean it that way, and then I realized what I had said. I was like, well, fucking better play into that, I guess. But in order to grow closer as a group, in order to remember their way out, because a plot point in the book is that Pennywise fucks with the kids' memories, which you kind of see a little bit in this film. But so like after they fucking have their orgy, they can remember how to get out of the sewer. And Stephen King like wrote that. His editor saw that, edited it, and is like, "This is fine. Send it to print." And the publisher got it, and they're like, "You know what? Yeah, this is fine. We'll publish this." And then it became a thing.
Is it still in the modern versions of it?
I think so. I don't think any version of the book has ever taken that out.
Interesting.
Yeah. But, like, there's also a lot of things in Stephen King novels that don't make sense.
Yeah.
There's a giant fucking turtle in It, for example, who carries the world on its back and protected the children, which is why Pennywise can't immediately attack and kill them the way they do Georgie. But that's never explained in either version of the movies for obvious reasons, because it's fucking stupid. Also, in Carrie, the reason that she suddenly gains her telekinetic powers is because a comet is like a special comet is passing over to
I
her,
think I knew that one.
and something else involving like some other type of weird spirit animal or some shit.
I think the real flaw in this is that it's not heavily chain smoking the entire thing.
That'd be helpful.
I think that's
great.
I think that's the main.
I feel like that was the only thing the director was like, "Look, Tim, please stop smoking while on camera."
Please, Tim, start smoking on camera right now. Like,
Fuck you, buddy.
later that June, Bill and Eddie befriend cute, chubby new kid Ben. They are later joined by Beverly Marsh, who lives with her abusive father, and she and Ben are introduced to Bill and Eddie's other friends, the comical Richie, who's played by Seth Green, young Seth Green.
Who's allowed to make Jewish jokes because he's actually Jewish. Seth Green is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's allowed to be anti-Semitic because he is anti-Semitic.
No, because he is Semitic. He's Jewish.
He's Semitic.
He can make Jewish jokes because he is a Jew. The same way me and you can make bi jokes because we're bi.
Yeah. And Jewish Boy Scout stand. As they all start to know each other, Ben develops feelings for Beverly, only to discover she has feelings for Bill. Besides being bullied by a gang leader by Henry Bowers, who's just the shit that this kid says in public and gets away with, saying he wants to murder these kids.
You're fucking dead, fat boy.
In front of the teachers.
Who was like, hey, stop calling that kid fat. You're fucking dead. That's fine.
That's-
Threaten his life all you want, but don't you dare call him fat.
I think that's like almost 2019 logic.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, don't call me fat. Just harass my life. That's
Yeah.
okay.
And then, like, he just like openly pulls knives on people on a regular basis and like friends that cut them open and shit.
Yeah, that was 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. The children all encounter Pennywise. In July, group is later joined by Mike, an African-American new kid in town being pursued by Bowers' gang.
Literally just for being black. They're super racist. Bowers gang.
They say the N-word in this film.
Yeah. That took you by surprise when you heard it said. You're like shocked that they actually said it because it's for TV.
Yeah, it was for TV.
Yeah.
Not TV in the 90s.
Yeah.
Not in the 60s. They chase them off with a rock fight, Bowers viling to kill the children, like always, who are dubbed the Losers Club.
Look, at some point, your frets become empty.
That's what he really does it. While looking through Mike's history scrapbook, the losers realize that Pennywise, which they refer to as It, because they have no good names, because it has no gender and isn't human, is a demon who awakens. When did they decide it has no gender?
I think that's just the book.
Oh, I think it's just because Tim Curry.
I think it's because in the
genderless.
book, Pennywise much more heavily changes how it appears to the children.
I think the movie kind of does.
The remake kind of covers that much better, with the painting creature and the like sick creature. But like in the miniseries, Pennywise is almost exclusively the
because
clown.
like why would you not need Tim Curry?
Exactly. Now, if they really wanted to keep that aspect up, they would just have Tim Curry playing just all kinds of different creatures. And like, it's not like we don't know Tim Curry can do androgynous because he was
In Rocky
Horror Picture Show. So you had a perfect opportunity that you just fucking let slip away.
I honestly think it gets to the point where Tim Curry is just every character.
Yeah.
He messes up the kids so bad they can't even tell themselves from Tim
How
Curry.
amazing would that have been when they're like, and then I realized the whole town is evil, and just literally every adult is played by Tim Curry.
Oh my god, that I think we just remade this film.
And like when Beverly goes back and finds the old woman's played by Tim Curry. Like literally just anytime any character is representative of Pennywise or Pennywise represents a character, it's just Tim Curry.
Yeah. Who's the new It? Bill Skarsgård,
yeah,
right?
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, he's good, but
He's not Tim Curry.
He's not Tim Curry. When there's photos of Bill Skarsgård on set, heavily smoking, just in the most depressed manner, then I'll be able to relate to him as a human being and respect his Fortnite dances. But until then, Tim Curry's a class. Because has no gender and isn't human, is a demon who awakens every 30 years to murder and devour children. Bill realizes it murdered Georgie, leading to the losers into Derry's sewers to kill the creature. Bill
realized that pretty early on.
because what's his name saw him outside the
Yeah.
sewers and
But
told
like pretty much every time like somebody like brought him up, he like immediately was like, "Oh yeah, I bet this thing fucking killed and ate most of Georgie, but then got too full."
also because Beverly sawed him through the sink.
Yeah.
His son or his brother was dragged. His arm
Yeah.
was dragged into the sewers. Stammed is ambushed by Bowers and his friends Victor, Chris, and Huggins. That's the
Belch Huggins.
Belch Huggins. That's the best name. Good
sounds-
job, Stephen King, on that one. But the latter are both killed by it. Henry is left traumatized. His hair turned white. Stanley regroups with the losers, but is grabbed by it.
Poor fucking Stanley. Stanley gets so much shit. Like, it's something I don't think I really realized until like I'm actually having like all of the events like laid out. Is Stanley gets the fucking worst of everything.
Yep. The losers take advantage of its ability to access their imaginations as it uses it against them. Eddie imagines his inhaler is full of battery acid, melting half of the demon's face. Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's what he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just said, like, I thought that's because he was, like, saying the composition of it was battery acid.
Yeah, he's just fucking inhaling battery acid into his lungs.
Like, that made, I don't know the composition of, like, fucking,
It's not fucking battery acid.
I don't know. I think it could, like, have the similar effect of better.
I don't think it could because one is fucking battery acid.
I don't know what the fuck is an inhaler?
Not battery acid.
I don't think it would be battery acid, but something that would like blind you.
I mean, yeah, almost anything can blind you if it gets in your eyes. I don't think that's like why fucking Pennywise was freaking out because he went blind all of a sudden. His face was fucking melting.
I think the real reason he freaked out, he hadn't had a cigarette in almost a minute at that point. He
Yeah.
just killed like 2 children.
I need a cigarette. Get this out of my face. Give me a cigarette.
Beverly fires silver earrings at it. The losers.
Is that what those were? The whole time
Yeah.
I watched them, I couldn't tell what they were. They were just, I knew they were silver.
They
and
said
were
that.
clunky.
They
Oh.
said that I forget which kid stole them from their mother.
Yeah, someone stole from their mom.
The losers believing it can kill the demon. It grabs Bill's arm only for the glove to rip off and reveal a larger 3-finger claw. The later disappears through the drain. After arguing and concluding it is dead, the group exits the sewers and makes the promise to return and fight it should it ever arise again in the future. Bowers, driven insane by seeing it kill his friends, falsely confesses to the murders and is institutionalized. I can't read today. I'm sorry. I can't read any day.
Yeah.
1990. Mike now works as a librarian in Derry. It resurfaces and murders several children, prompting Mike to contact his old friends and fulfill their vows. Like, just imagine having to make that call. Yeah, hey, do you remember me?
Hey, we were friends. Oh, yeah, it's nice catching up. Oh, yeah, how you been? Yeah, the murder demon's back. The murder demon's back. Yeah, some kids are dead. Yeah, some kids are dead. You want to come back to town? Yeah, let's go back to town.
That's how kind of the reaction is for some of these people, at least when they get back in town. It's just like, oh, it's really nice seeing you.
Like, every time, like, he brings it up, everyone's like, boom, instant traumatic memory comes back of, like, how they first encountered Pennywise or something else like that. And then they go back, and it's like, hey, what's up?
demon.
What's up? Yeah, fuck all the dead kids. We don't need to worry about them right now. Yeah, party.
Bill has become a best-selling horror novelist married to British actress Audrey Phillips. Ben is now an architect. Beverly is a fashion designer abused by her lover Tom Rogan. Richie is a late night television comedian. Eddie runs a limousine service but still lives with his overbearing mother. And Stan is a married real estate broker. All the losers save Stan, promise to return. Stan's wife, Patty Uris, later discovers he has committed suicide in the bath, along with seeing the words "it" written in blood. The losers return to Derry, tormented by Pennywise, and reunite, later learning of Stan's suicide. Henry escapes from the asylum with help from it to murder the losers. Audra travels to Derry, but is captured by it. We're missing an important scene where
The stupid dog. When it helps him escape from the prison, and it's like the guard looks and there's just Pennywise, but suddenly Doghead.
Yeah. But also, we're missing the scene where Mike's on his own when his friends are coming back to town. All of a sudden, balloons. Pennywise warns them that he should leave town. He shouldn't have done what he's done. And what iconic noise do we get?
Well, first he follows that up, or precedes it with the most important question. Excuse me, do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out. Aha! 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 Because Tim Curry did not give a single fuck making this movie.
That's all you need.
There's so many moments where, like, he so clearly was just having fun. You have that. You have the Storm Jade when he comes out. He's like, just fucking lays down and he sits there. You have the scene later on where he was like messing with Ben and like pretending to be Beverly. Then like he turns like, kiss me, fat boy. He's just having a good time, which is so different compared to Bill Skarsgård's
who's like attempting to be scary, whereas.
And, like, I've heard people talk about this before, and that's what, like, makes Tim Curry's Pennywise, like, better.
Because he's Joker.
Because,
He's
like,
Joker from
Pennywise is supposed to lure children in, then scare them, and then kill them. But no children in their right mind would ever be lured in by Bill Skarsgård Pennywise.
Kids like the Fortnite dances.
Yeah, but he only does that once they're in the demon layer.
If he really just gave him free V-Bucks. Hey, you want some V-Bucks? Some Mountain Dew, some V-Bucks, and then you'll get all the children.
I can help you play. I can put you on a server with Ninja.
Oh, God, no.
But like Bill Skarsgård, he's trying so hard to be terrifying that he forgets to be a clown.
Meme.
Just a clown.
Meme.
Yeah.
Clowns are just giant memes.
Yeah.
Audra traverses the dairy but is captured by it, hypnotized by the monster's deadlights. Henry ambushes Mike but is stabbed by his own knife. When Eddie and Ben fight him, Mike is hospitalized, giving Bill the 2 silver earrings he retrieved from the sewers. The 5 remaining losers return to the sewers to confront it. Bill discovers Audra has been taken prisoner but is supported by his friends. They reach the inner sanctum, find the Catonic Audra in its true form of a gigantic otherworldly spider. Is there a reason behind the spider? Why it's not just a clown? Okay. Why did it take form of a clown? Also, why is it a spider? Why is it there?
So I'm pretty sure it is more of a psychic projection than an actual like form. So like the spider is its actual form, and it covers itself with a psychic projection of it, and then that's why like it can't really harm anyone outside of the sewer because the giant spider can't get out of the sewer because it's fucking huge.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You explained that more than I think Stephen King even thought about it.
I don't know.
Stephen King is like, oh, it's a spider. You can fit through fence.
Spider.
Spider. He was on coke. He was like, yes, spider can be anywhere.
He was like, and then he takes the file from spider on me. Spider. And he just writes it because he's fucking coked out of his mind.
Stephen King was doing more coke than Tim Curry was doing cigarettes. The set of it.
Just imagine that they're like waiting by. They're like, I bet I could smoke my cigarettes so I could snort cocaine.
Tim Curry has the tobacco addiction. Eddie attempts to repeat the wound he inflicted on it as a child, but is mortally wounded. Beverly frees her friends, but Eddie dies. The others chase the injured demon, ripping its heart and killing it. They remove Eddie's body from the Catonic Andra from the sewers. The losers go their separate ways once again, the memories of it fading over time. Mike recovers in the hospital. Beverly and Ben get married and inspect their first child, and Richie is cast in the film. Bill is last to leave Derry, coaxing Audra out of her catatonia by riding down a street on his childhood bike Silver. Audra recovers. She and Bill kiss in the middle of the town.
Which is the most stupid fucking happy ending ever, just like thrown onto something.
If this was like The Mist, he would just kill himself.
He would
just kill everyone.
He would be like, I've only
If
got
this was
one
The
more
Mist.
bullet in this gun. And he's flying down the road on the bike and just
That would be the ending to The Mist. So are you ready to get into like the third or fourth most important resource known to man?
It's a resource known to man that's important.
Yeah, Google reviews. So for a lot of things, you can leave your own personalized review of what you think about things on Google, and it's posted as fact after that point. So all these are facts about the film. They are 100% true, and you need to take them as because they're on the internet, so they must be true. So on Google reviews, 84% of people like this movie, which is still less than Silent Hill.
Jesus
So it
fucking
means
Christ.
it's lower than an F.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Why do people like Silent Hill that much?
I don't know. Because people are stupid.
Yeah.
People don't understand Tim Curry's greatness.
Yeah, apparently.
The first one's from Justin Friedman, who gave this a downvote.
Fuck you, Justin. People like you are why Silent Hill has a good percentage.
Had never watched this growing up, but always thought of it as an absolute classic.
Because it is. It's hailed as a classic.
It is in... We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
After actually watching the 2-part miniseries that's basically like a 3-hour movie, I was very disappointed. There's a reason I went straight to TV and skipped theaters.
Yeah, because it was made for fucking TV, you dipshit.
The miniseries is incredibly slow-paced, and although a little creepy, it was never quite scary enough to qualify as horror. I admit that Tim Curry's acting was excellent, but the writing for the adaptation, not King's original, which I haven't read, and the directing were awful. Anytime the kids were on screen, the movie had a nice sense of a childhood adventure story gone wrong, which could have worked if they hadn't failed so miserably at tying it to the boring adult versions of themselves. Overall, I wouldn't recommend the series. 3 people found this helpful.
Yeah, one thing I will admit is like the breaking between like the childhood and the adulthood is kind of annoying. I think the way that the new movies are doing it, where they're keeping them much more separated, is the better way of doing it. Mm-hmm. And yes, the kid actors were better actors than the adult actors.
Yeah, Seth Green was like the best actor besides Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was just being a dick.
But
And anti-Semitic.
But you can't go like, there's a reason it went straight to TV and skipped theaters. Like, that's something to hold against it when it was made for fucking TV.
I think it makes it better because it was made for TV.
Yeah.
Because it has a lower production value, and that's what I associate with something like this.
Yeah, this is something, like, for being made for fucking TV and having seen some of the other, like, Stephen King, like, TV miniseries adaptations, this is fucking phenomenal. Like, the Langoliers... fucking atrocious.
What's the Langoliers about? Which one's that? Is that the one where they're in the hospital?
That's, I think, if I'm getting the name of it right, that's the one with the time eating meatball testicles.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds like it's a very Stephen King thing. Yeah. Don't remember that whatsoever.
Basically, it's...
So it's like those creatures from Doom?
No, this plane gets in, like, a time warp, and it ends in this, like, time outside of time, where, like, they exist in the past, barely, and they're being chased down by the Langoliers, whose job it is to consume the past moments of time. The Langoliers are these horribly CGI'd, like, testicle monsters with,
I
like,
assume
the worst
they would
fucking teeth. Like, for being made for TV, the production on this is fucking astounding.
Yeah. Avery Hart gave this an upvote. I love this movie. It's kind of a creepy sci-fi type movie with exploration of Pennywise. It's really enjoyable and it's set up very well. The effects are very good. Like Pennywise, true form is done very well, which I think Jonathan set up really well when I was talking about earlier. I like this one better than the newer one. Tim Curry's Pennywise is creepy and evil. Better yet, funny at the same time by making jokes at the frightened characters. It 1990 is a great movie and I suggest it to anyone who likes horror and sci-fi movies.
Yeah,
17 people found this helpful.
I do. Yeah, this is the best Pennywise. I do think the new It is a better made film. I think as a whole, like as a film, the new ones are better. But I think the Pennywise and
the new one, we don't know the second one.
Yeah, the second one.
Second one could just they could just last second change it back to Tim Curry.
That would be amazing. But yeah, the second one just could completely just suck. But who knows?
Yeah. Rodney Munson gave this an upvote. I am 13 at my grandpa's phone. 13 and my grandpa's phone right now. Must watch. I watch it every night when I was little. I don't know why, but in my favorite movie. I haven't seen it in a while though. 4 people found this helpful. It's 13, but he writes like he's 6.
He's 13, but he writes like you.
Just because you say it doesn't mean it has to be true, Jonathan.
It's on the internet now, so it's true, right?
God damn it. Henry Brechtel gave this an upvote. Terrible. The blood was many. Kids are tortured by Pennywise multiple times, and overall, this movie is a teen thing.
I don't think this was ever meant to be a kid's film.
Tweens beware. If you hate clowns, this is terrible. 13 is fine, but you might need a bowl if you throw up due to the fact that Pennywise face melts, blood in a teacup, and someone commits suicide.
Okay.
Slashing his wrist. No, I'm not done. With a chainsaw, or the clown has just killed him. Overall, this is a mad movie, and sometimes is kind of funny. Question mark. One person found this helpful. He gave this an upvote, even though everything he describes is negative.
Okay. Question. Couple things. I don't think he slashed his wrist with a chainsaw.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't think.
If I understand this movie pretty well,
if you
he did.
slash your wrists with a chainsaw, you don't have hands anymore.
No, unless you set up a system where like the chainsaw is hanging and it's on, and then you just go up to it and just like gently just.
Okay, but
Just go.
Okay, the blood would spray everywhere. It would not collect in the bathtub.
Well, it would if you
also-
did it above the bathtub.
I like how everybody was like, yeah, his face melts. It's pretty bad. You know, I want to show this to kids. And then we remember that Raiders of the Lost Ark is PG, and it has that horrifying face melting scene at the end.
But that's a Nazi, so that's okay.
This was a murder clown, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, it's just.
Yeah, that review sucks.
I think it's pretty good. I really like the part with the chainsaw. That's my favorite
Yeah,
thing.
that completely
the fact
enacted
that
the shit.
this guy's probably like 30 something, and he writes like the guy above him, the 13-year-old who's 6.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move on to IMDb, which is an internet movie database where they keep all the movies. All the movies are stored there, and users can also submit reviews, what they think about movies. And currently, it has a 6.8 out of 10, which is better than Silent Hill.
Thank God. IMDb, clearly the smarter of the two collectively.
The only review we got is from Giselle, which says first half good, second half bad, 6 out of 10. That's what most of the other commentators say, and I can disagree. Part 1, or the first half, depending on what you format you're seeing it in, is great, pitting some excellent child actors, including future star Seth Green of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, portraying
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken, Family Guy.
Scooby-Doo 2.
Scooby-Doo what? Oh, yeah, no, he's not in Scooby-Doo 1. Never mind. The second half seems more like a, gee, wow, look who we got, self-indulgence, casting like Anderson, Thomas, Reed, and Ritter. Actually, I have no idea who any of these
I don't
people.
fucking know who any of those people are.
So this guy must be very easily impressed with very
old.
very old, probably both. Very little to make us care about these folks. The ending is also incredibly dumbed down, let down. Oh, you don't like the space turtle?
Well, the space turtle wasn't in this.
Oh, that's why.
That's how it's dumbed down,
Oh,
because
yeah,
it
I'm
got
sorry.
rid of the space turtle.
Yeah.
The space turtle, you gotta have a certain IQ to understand the space turtle.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Although, in all fairness, I don't think they could pull off King's ending. I don't think anyone. I don't even think King can pull off whatever the fuck he was
He
smoking.
can't pull off half the shit he puts in his
I
work.
think Tim Curry, though.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry
is the only person who could sell the space turtle.
Him just acting like there was a space turtle, flawless. Which is just him smoking.
Yep.
Him smoking a bunch of cigarettes. There are a few touching moments in the last half, and Tim Curry couldn't screw up no matter how bad the writing is, but generally the two mismatched halves make for a mediocre film when it could have been so much more. I like the second half. Second half's more is like just waiting around what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. My general view of this film is the film is not great. It's not. It's objectively not great.
Yeah.
It's objectively not even really good.
Yeah.
But
It's good.
it's entertaining to a degree. There's a lot of really dull moments where you're just waiting for Tim Curry to come back on screen. And that's kind of what this film is. This is Tim Curry's movie, but it doesn't have enough Tim Curry.
But I think it's good. It's like what I expect out of like a TV movie.
Yeah.
It's good. The acting's
for
shitty.
being a TV movie, it's a fucking masterpiece.
The acting is shitty. It's stupid. It's overly cheesy. The setup kind of makes zero to none sense.
Because they left out the giant turtle.
The giant turtle, completely understandable.
Yeah.
I like you told me about it like 10 seconds ago, but I completely understand to the point where I think the real world's on the back of a turtle.
Yeah.
which I think aren't like some mythologies actually set on the back of the turtle. Like, isn't
Yeah.
some Native American mythology set on the back?
I don't know if it's Native American. I don't remember what, but there's like.
But there's
a lot
also
of
some Chinese mythologies that are based on the world came out of an egg.
Yeah,
And that's true.
it makes sense.
I believe that.
That's called the
Because
Big
where
Bang.
did the turtles come from?
Oh my God! What if the world came out of a turtle egg? Because turtles have eggs.
No, we're on the turtle still. But that turtle was in an
another
egg.
turtle laid an egg on top of that turtle, and then
I think we just figured out religion.
boom.
Christianity. You're missing out.
Suck my dick, Christianity.
But yeah, that's
Oh
it.
God, I'm going to hell. If there's a hell, there's no hell. I don't give a shit.
No, it's just another turtle.
Oh God.
And now you just have to change.
What's hell? It's the turtle. Oh yeah, the turtle's anus. Oh fuck.
You just have to figure out what the hell Stephen King was trying to figure out.
So we need a lot of
A
cocaine.
lot of cocaine. Okay, is this film good?
I went over that already. It's kinda. It's good for what it is, but at the same time, not really.
Yeah.
Tim Curry makes this movie.
Yeah.
100%.
And it's fun.
It's fun because Tim Curry makes
I
it.
wouldn't recommend it watching it in 3 hours. I recommend taking
Split
a
it
break.
into chunks.
Split it into half. I like how you sounded like Tim Curry when you're gulping down that water.
Yeah.
Split it into chunks.
Kiss me, fat boy.
Where's this rank? Like C?
Yeah. See.
C? It's a very fun C.
This is a C tier with B tier enjoyment.
Are you ready for the final terrible segment?
So I've been drinking water.
So every end of the show, we do a segment that just really has no purpose. It's more for us just to goof around and meme. This week, I gotta get a timer. We're just gonna do a solid minute of that weird it noise that we've been talking about. Let me just get a timer going. Like, let's just have fun for a solid minute.
I'll make it obvious when you need to start. So just tell me when you've got it ready. and I'll
Okay,
let you know when to start.
I'm ready.
Hey, you got Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out. Aha! 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 Aha!
You straight up stole.
Aha! 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 Aha!
This was a terrible mistake.
Aha! 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 Aha!
Yeah, I made a mistake with this one. This one's bad.
Aha! Aha!
You stole my
Aha! 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 Aha!
You actually survived that. I thought you were gonna die. I honestly thought you were gonna die. That was the worst segment yet.
Yeah, that was god awful.
I'm ripping up my show notes. Is it a film,
No, it's
Jonathan?
a TV movie.
It is a TV movie, so it is not a film.
It's not a film.
Not a film.
Yeah, we answered this is the first no.
And yeah, that's it for this week's episode of Is It a Film? This is the best worst episode ever, and I think that describes what it is in general. 1990 is general. If you want to follow Is It a Film, you can do so on social media at Is It a Film on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can subscribe to us at youtube.com/Is It a Film. You could support us monetarily on Patreon, patreon.com/The Anthony and Todd Show. And if you want to see us talk about music, you can do so by going to youtube.com/The Anthony and Todd Show. And you can check us out reviewing albums and stuff. I've been Vincent.
And my throat hurts.
It should, because that was dreadful.
Yeah.
That's been episode 14 of Is It a Film? And yeah, that's it. I think I'm speaking for Jonathan at this point. This is it. This should be the good end. See ya.